A hydraulic low pressure alert is the first indication of the pump output pressure being insufficient. The type of hydraulic fluid which has the greatest resistance to cavitation is synthetic fluid.
To allow for failure of the normal method of system pressure limiting control, hydraulic systems often incorporate a high-pressure relief valve.
The reservoirs of a hydraulic system can be pressurized by bleed air from the engine. The tanks of a hydraulic system are pressurized by bleed air coming from the turbine engine.
The function of an accumulator in a hydraulic brake system is to supply a limited amount of brake energy in the event of failure of the hydraulic system normally supplying the brakes.
The low-pressure switch of a hydraulic circuit sets off an alarm if when the pump output pressure is insufficient.
Hydraulic fluid entering the hydraulic pump is slightly pressurized to prevent cavitation in the pump. The aircraft hydraulic system is designed to produce high pressure and large flow.
The function of the selector valve is to communicate the system pressure to either side of an actuator. Internal leakage in a hydraulic system will cause an increased fluid temperature.
In addition to energy storage, the accumulator of the hydraulic system is used for damping pressure surges in the system.
For an airplane hydraulic supply circuit, the correct statement is the security components comprise the filters, the pressure relief valves, the bypasses, and the fire shut-off valve.
In a modern hydraulic system, hydraulic fuses can be found. Their function is to prevent total system loss in case of a hydraulic line with a leak. The ram air turbine RAT provides emergency hydraulic power for flight controls in the event of loss of engine-driven hydraulic power.
In a hydraulic braking system, the accumulator is an accumulator designed to restore brake energy in the event of a hydraulic failure.
In a hydraulic system, overheat detectors are mostly installed at the pumps. Assuming an accumulator is precharged with air to 1000 psi and the hydraulic system is pressurized to 1500 psi, the accumulator gauge will read 1500 psi.
In a hydraulic system, shuttle valves allow two possible sources of pressure to operate one unit. In a hydraulic braking system, the accumulator is an accumulator designed to restore brake energy in the event of a hydraulic failure.
The hydraulic device, which functionality is comparable to an electronic diode, is a check valve. Shuttle valves will automatically switch hydraulically operated units to the most appropriate pressure supply.
Large transport airplane hydraulic systems usually operate with a system pressure of approximately 3000 psi. In hydraulic systems of large modem transport category aircraft, the fluids used are synthetic oil.
The type of hydraulic oil used in modem hydraulic systems is synthetic oil.
Hydraulic fluids used in systems of large modern airliners are phosphate ester-base fluids. Hydraulic power is a function of system pressure and volume flow.
An accumulator in a hydraulic system will store fluid under pressure.
Hydraulic fluids are irritating to eyes and skin. Axial piston pumps are often used in hydraulic systems due to their ability to produce high pressure when required, but can be offloaded to reduce power consumption.
The color of a fresh synthetic hydraulic fluids is purple.
In a hydraulic braking system, an accumulator is charged to 1200 psi, say tan collectively driven hydraulic pump is started and provides a system pressure of 3000 psi. The pressure gauge, which connected to the gas section of the accumulators, will read 3000 psi.
In a hydraulic system, the reservoir is pressurized in order to prevent pump cavitation. A reverse-the-door warning light on the flight deck instrument panel illuminates when the reverser doors are unlocked.
Hydraulic fluids must have the following characteristics. 1. Thermal stability 2, low emulsifying characteristics 3, corrosion resistance 4, good resistance to combustion. Discounting the possibility of leak, the level in a hydraulic reservoir will fluctuate with jack displacement and accumulator pressure.
The function of a hydraulic selector valve is to direct system pressure to either side of the piston of an actuator.
On large airplanes equipped with power brakes, the main source of power is derived from the airplane's hydraulic system.
When powering up a hydraulic system, the level in the reservoir will decrease slightly. A hydraulic shuttle valve enables an alternate supply to operate an actuator.
To protect against excessive system pressure, a hydraulic system usually incorporates a high-pressure relief valve. Hydraulic fluids should have the following characteristics. 1. Thermal stability. 2. Anticorrosive. 3. High flash point.
The purpose of a hydraulic fuse is to prevent loss of system fluid if the pipeline to a brake unit should rupture.
A pressure regulator is used in a hydraulic system, in conjunction with a constant delivery type pump.
A single-action actuator is powered in one direction only by hydraulic power, the return movement being under spring force. Filters in hydraulic systems often incorporate pop-out indicators to warn of an impending bypass situation.
Filtration in a hydraulic system is usually ensured by filters in both the pressure and return lines. Maximum power output in low-mass of airplane hydraulic systems can be achieved with high system pressure and low volume flow.
Parameters to monitor a hydraulic system in the cockpit can be pressure, fluid temperature, and quantity.
Should a hydraulic pump seize during operation, the quill drive will shear to offload and protect the gearbox.
The accumulator in a hydraulic system works as an energy storage. The purpose of an accumulator in a hydraulic system is to damp the fluid pressure variations.
The viscosity of a hydraulic fluid should be the lowest to minimize power consumption and resistance to flow. One of the functions of an accumulator in a hydraulic system is to damp pressure surges in the system.
Purposes of an accumulator in a hydraulic system are to damp pressure fluctuations and to serve as a limited alternate source of pressure.
The level in a hydraulic reservoir will fluctuate with accumulator pressure.
Which of these statements about an aeroplane's hydraulic system is correct? The filters, the pressure relief valve, the bypass valve, and the fire shutoff valve are safety features installed in the system. In a modern hydraulic system, hydraulic fuses can be found. Their function is to prevent total system loss in case of a leaking hydraulic line.
A single actin actuator.
Given an aeroplane with irreversible primary flight controls, how is control maintained if one hydraulic system is lost due to a hydraulic leak? The remaining systems will take over control.